everyone, welcome back to our class. So this is our second meeting in mata kuliah Praktikum Bahasa Inggris Bisnis. Today we are going to discuss about talking about jobs. Jadi hari ini kita akan belajar bagaimana berbicara dengan orang lain tentang pekerjaan kalian, tentang pekerjaan kita. Of course in English. So let's see what we are going to learn. So there are 5 tips here that you can use when you are discussing with somebody else about your jobs. Yang pertama adalah be brief and precise. Gak usah terlalu bertele-tele maksudnya di sini. Just be brief, singkat, dan precise, yang pasti-pasti aja. Number 2, show how your job benefits people or organizations. Ceritakan bagaimana pekerjaan Anda itu, apakah Anda adalah seorang tax consultant. Show that your job benefits people or your organization. Number 3, make sure that your description is relevant to the people you are talking to. Number 4, avoid technical terms. Jadi jangan pakai istilah-istilah yang sulit ketika kalian berbicara atau menjelaskan pekerjaan kalian kepada orang lain. Jangan pakai istilah-istilah yang tidak dimengerti. Misalnya kalian menggunakan istilah yang hanya dikenal oleh anak akuntansi dan perpajakan, kalian bicaranya itu sama anak kedokteran maybe. 5, accentuate atau tonjolkan hal-hal yang penting. Ya, lebih tonjolkan tentang positif aspek rather than negative aspect of your job. Ya, itu useful tipsnya. Dan sekarang mari kita masuk ke contoh conversation yang sudah ada di buku. Di sini saya hanya memasukkan gambarnya saja. And I will read it out for you. Let me read it out for you. So Jenny Harris works for a charity organization called Food Aid. She is attending a careers fair at a university where students can talk to the representatives from lots of companies to see if they would like to join them. Jadi Jenny Harris ini adalah seorang pekerja di organisasi bernama Food Aid. Ini adalah percakapan antara Jenny with a student. Okay, Jenny dan seorang student. Excuse me, are you working on Food Aid stand? Yes, can I help you? Well, can you tell me what jobs at Food Aid involve? There are lots of jobs at Food Aid, which involve doing all sorts of different things. What subjects do you study at university? Engineering. Very important for Food Aid. My colleague Hassan Sahin, for example, is a mechanical engineer, and he is responsible for helping farmers in countries such as Chad or Pakistan, where we work as an NGO to drill water wells. An NGO? Sorry, a non-governmental organization. Right, of course. And what do you do? Well, actually, I'm a lawyer. I'm in charge of managing the legal department, and we make sure that Food Aid understands any legal issues that might crop up in the work it does. I hope I don't sound rude, but you look very young to do that. That's what's so good about Food Aid. You get important responsibilities very quickly. A friend of mine is working in Somalia, and she manages a development budget of about $2 million, and she supplies the whole of West Africa with trucks for transporting food and equipment. It's a very challenging job, and she's only 23. I see, but as it's a charity, do you get paid for your work? Yes, of course. You'll never be rich working for Food Aid, but you get paid. Very often, people like you work with us for a few years to gain experience, and then they move on to other jobs. Lots of companies like the fact that you work for a charity. So, what makes a job with Food Aid interesting then? It's very rewarding. You feel you are doing something useful with your skills, not just making some company shareholders rich. And even if the work is demanding, it's never boring. It sounds interesting. Thank you for telling me about it. That's fine. Here's some more information about what we do and my card. If you have any more questions, just give me a ring. Okay, that's the conversation between Jenny and also the student. I hope you paid attention to the bold words here. For example, this one, it's very rewarding, and others, so that you can try to understand it. Okay, let's move to our next discussion. Like I said before, this one is about preposition. Jadi ada preposition di sini yang tertulis di dalam kotak ini. Ada in, with, for, to, under, as, on. I think this one is at. Not a, tapi at. Ada t di belakangnya. Complete the sentences with the verb work using the correct preposition from the box. Note that in some sentences more than one preposition is possible. Jadi coba kalian jawab di kolom komen. Itu sebagai penanda juga bahwa kalian mengikuti kelas ini. Silakan coba menjawab pertanyaan-pertanyaan ini atau lengkapi titik-titik yang ada di halaman ini. Nomor 1 sampai dengan nomor 8. I will give an example for number 1. I work a journalist. I investigate and write articles for newspaper. Jadi di sini jawabannya adalah I work as a journalist. I work as a journalist. Sama seperti tadi yang I work as a consultant misalnya. Atau I work as a lawyer. Jadi itu menjelaskan apa posisi kalian atau nama pekerjaan kalian. Ada preposition yang lain yang bisa kalian pergunakan untuk nomor-nomor selanjutnya. Silahkan boleh memilih in, with, for, to, under, as, on, atau at. Nanti saya akan menuliskan jawaban yang benar setelah kalian semua selesai memberikan jawaban. Jadi silahkan boleh dicoba diisi di kolom komen di bawah ini. Jangan lupa tulis nama ya. Tulis nama dan juga NIM. Kita lanjut ke halaman berikutnya. Yang ini berbicara tentang adjective. Ya, jadi complete the following sentences with an appropriate adjective from the box. Note that in some sentences more than one adjective is possible. Jadi ada 8 adjektif di sini atau kata sifat. Yang pertama challenging. Yang kedua ada interesting, monotonous, stressful, rewarding, absorbing, fulfilling, and demanding. Kita coba bahas satu persatu. Kalau nomor 1 challenging itu ya menantang, interesting bisa ditebak menarik, monotonous itu monoton, sering kita dengar pasti monoton, stressful, I'm sure you know, stressful. Jadi rewarding itu mirip dengan satisfying, artinya memuaskan. Absorbing itu hampir sama dengan interesting atau bahkan disebut sangat interesting. Kalau demanding itu berarti dia sangat menuntut atau penuh tuntutan pekerjaan saya ini. Fulfilling mirip dengan rewarding juga, sangat memuaskan. Ya. Jadi, nah sekarang ada 5 pertanyaan yang bisa kalian isi di sini. Setiap sentence itu bisa saja dilengkapi oleh more than one adjective atau lebih dari satu kata sifat. Let's try to answer number 1. My job doesn't vary very much. My job doesn't vary very much on a day-to-day basis. It's quiet blank. Apakah jawabannya? Ada yang bisa mengartikan? Artinya, pekerjaan saya itu tidak bervariasi setiap harinya. Jadi sama terus setiap harinya. Maka adjektif apa yang cocok untuk melengkapi kalimat ini? Kalau kalian menjawab monotonous, maka jawabannya benar. It's quite monotonous. Ya, karena dia monoton. Next, number 2, it's very blank to see the children's excited faces at the end of a really good lesson. Apa yang bisa dijawab di sini? Ini jawabannya bisa it's really rewarding, it's really fulfilling, juga bisa tepat. Jadi it's very fulfilling to see the children's excited faces, atau it's very rewarding to see the children's excited faces. Number 3, I find my job quiet blank when my phone won't stop ringing and everyone wants to ask me something. I find my job quiet. Bisa demanding, bisa juga stressful di sini. Number 4, my job as an illustrator is very blank. Sometimes hours go by and I don't even know this. What do you think is the answer for number 4? What do you think is the answer for number 4? Silahkan coba dijawab sendiri. Bisa saja ini jawabannya. My job as an illustrator is very challenging. Bisa juga absorbing. Karena seperti tadi ya, intensely interesting ya. Sometimes hours go by and I don't even know this. But I think the most appropriate answer is absorbing. I'm always learning new things, which makes my job very blank, but also very blank. I'm always learning new things, which makes my job very interesting, maybe, but also very challenging. Okay, let's move on to our next topic, your assignment. Okay. Jadi karena kita sudah mempelajari tentang bagaimana cara menjelaskan pekerjaan kita kepada orang lain, maka sekarang saatnya tugas kalian untuk menjelaskan pekerjaan kalian. Let's see. Get speaking. Your old school or college has approached you and asked you to send them a short recording describing your job. It will be played to students who are interested in following your chosen field. Yang diminta di sini, briefly explain what you do using appropriate adjectives. Make it relevant to the students listening. Accentuate the positive aspects of your profession. Oke, sekali lagi saya jelaskan. Anggap saja kalian sudah lulus dari sekolah vokasi, dari Undip. Terus adik-adik tingkat kalian meminta kalian untuk menjelaskan pekerjaan kalian dalam sebuah video. Yang diminta di sini adalah kalian Menjelaskan secara singkat pekerjaan kalian itu apa atau kalian bekerja di mana. Jangan lupa untuk menggunakan preposition yang tepat. Misalnya kalian mau bilang, I work as a tax consultant. It's very challenging. Dan seterusnya. Tapi jangan lupa juga untuk menjelaskan tax consultant itu ngapain sih. Di situ. Oke. Jangan lupa jelaskan apa pekerjaan kalian. Number 1, jelaskan kalian kerja di mana ya. Apa pekerjaan kalian? Kalian kerja di mana? Terus juga jangan lupa untuk menggunakan appropriate prepositions dan appropriate adjectives. Jelaskan betapa menariknya pekerjaan itu dan seterusnya atau challengingnya pekerjaan itu. Make it relevant to the student listening. Relevan artinya cocok dengan mereka, jadi pekerjaan kalian ya yang berhubungan dengan jurusan kalian saat ini, akuntansi dan perpajakan. Accentuate atau tonjolkan positif aspek dari profesi kalian. Okay. Don't forget to record yourself and upload it on YouTube as we already agreed in our first meeting. Untuk kali ini saya hanya minta perwakilan dari setiap kelompok itu cukup 3 orang saja yang ada di video. Naskahnya bisa kalian susun bersama, tapi untuk yang tampil di video untuk menjelaskan, briefly explain their job, anggap saja kalian sudah lulus, hanya 3 orang saja. I guess that's all for today. Thank you very much for listening and paying attention to our lesson today. And I will see you in our next meeting. Thank you everyone.